Welcome to the Reunion Podcast, where traction, nourishment, and thriving in business and life come full circle. We're your hosts, the founders of Reunion, and each week we're going to sit down with incredible entrepreneurs from our community to shine a light on their stories, the bold moves that create real traction, and the raw truth behind their challenges and wins. If you're ready to be inspired, grow alongside a powerful network, and see what it really takes to thrive, you're in the right place. If you'd love to be a guest on the show, head to thrivewithreunion.com to join the movement. And don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. All the links are in the show notes. Now let's dive in. Welcome to today's Reunion Podcast episode. We are here with one of our dear friends and members, Travis Isaacson from Powder Days Marketing. Thank you for joining us today. Travis is an amazing marketer. He's worked, he's put millions of dollars in his clients' wallet through strategic traffic and deep understanding of how people can get the right message in front of their audience. And one thing that we love about our Reunion members is we don't talk about theory here, right? We are in the arena. We are delivering value to our clients. Mm-hmm. And that is just such a great part of who our members are.
Yeah.
So tell us, how did you end up in marketing?
Well, I thought I was going to be a seminary teacher. And then
close.
I know.
So close.
And then I thought I was going to be an actor. And neither of those worked out. No, I took a summer job while I was in school at BYU. I went around to the local businesses and got them all on the back of the little high school discount cards. You remember those?
Yes, I do.
The football kids sold them.
Yeah.
I still buy those annually.
That's awesome. So I was that guy in Utah for a handful of years.
Okay.
It was just supposed to be a little 2-week gig. Turned into that particular type of work turned into probably a 15, maybe a 17-year
wow.
Career after graduated and so forth. And I later went back and got an MBA and did some other things. But it was actually back in those days when I was 20-something, talking to small business owners. And, I was selling them my marketing solution, which was get your discount on the back of a card. But I got to hear a lot of their stories and what they were experiencing and where they wasted a lot of money on marketing and stuff they did right and stuff they did wrong. And it was actually back then that I developed a little bit of a soft spot for these entrepreneurs who really put everything on the line for their pizza shop or burger shop or whatever.
And they're not getting the right message out there.
Yeah, and they're struggling. And maybe they got a mortgage on this business and maybe they lost a marriage to the business, whatever it is. And yet they still waste money on marketing because they don't know what to do because they're really good at making pizza.
Yeah.
They don't know all of the marketing things, right? So even way back then when I was selling a singular solution, I started thinking, how do I solve this problem? It makes me sick to my stomach to hear that these guys are wasting thousands of dollars on the wrong stuff. How do I solve that? And I didn't know how for a long, long time. And then I decided to do this. So anyway.
So how long has Powder Days Marketing been?
Since 8.5 years.
Cool.
Yeah. So I decided to finally go out on my own and solve the problem.
So were you doing marketing for someone before that?
Before this, I was responsible for sales and marketing for a local ring manufacturer. They make men's wedding bands. So I was doing sales and marketing for him, and it was finally time to get out and
So what
live
made
the
you
dream.
finally take the, jumping out of the airplane without the parachute?
My wife has been really good at nudging me
I love that.
along my career, starting with going back to get my MBA. I had always talked about it, and at one point she said, Travis, look, you got to either do it or stop talking about it.
Gotcha.
So make a choice. I'm here with you. We'll sacrifice the 2 years and, you can do that or not. And same thing with the business. It was like, you're just going to keep talking about this or are you actually going to do it?
I love that she championed you, because that's not everyone's story, right? The
Yeah.
spouse is scared or nervous about
It
that.
is.
Yeah.
That's
Because
a scary
going
place.
from a job where you are paid regularly to entrepreneurship is not it's not the same story, right?
No PTO, no W-2.
No.
All of a sudden on Monday you have no money and you
Yeah.
got to build a business. Yeah. It's,
So what was your first step?
contact the people that I know.
Yeah, let them know what you're
find
doing.
out what they're dealing with and see if I can help them.
So
I've never been much of a pitch guy, so it was just like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing in marketing? How's that working for you? Need any help? And turned into a handful of clients from people that I already knew. And then it just kind of grew from there.
Do you have like a niche where it's social media or is it copywriting? Like, do you have like a thing that makes you, like, is your specialty?
Yeah, so the specialty is actually none of the channels. It's deciding which of all the channels.
Gotcha.
So I've tracked out there are 150 major marketing channels that any given business can use.
You mean there's not only like 4?
Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, Google. No. So there are 150 different channels. And you're thinking like, I mean, think anything from the social
my mind
media.
is just like,
Yeah. So think about all the social medias, and then you've got billboards, and you have direct mail, and you have TV, and there are like 5 different types of TV or streaming advertising, and guerrilla marketing, and networking, and business development, all anything business and or I should say sales and marketing related. I've mapped all those channels. And the main problem I'm trying to solve is helping business owners figure out which of those I should actually do, and how should I do them, and why should I do them. There's
Instead of just doing them because that's what everyone's doing.
which is what most business owners, small business owners
Yeah.
do. They're like, well, my friend said I need to be on YouTube, so I have a YouTube channel now. And then the next guy that comes in and says, well, you got to get on Google. I mean, everything is on Google. And then the next person says, oh, Google's going, yeah, whatever. You need to do podcasting. And they just get blown back and forth by whoever's pitching them that day. And I said, I'm going to solve that one. So I'm going to develop, I will do an audit of every company I work with, and then develop a real strategy and game plan, mapping out all the channels they're going to do, where those channels map to the stages of the customer journey, which tells us why we're going to do it. If we're going to do YouTube, this is why.
and when.
And when. And if we're going to do SEO, this is why and when and how, and what we should expect from SEO or Google Ads or whatever it is. Each of those things has a purpose, and I developed that strategy for them so they can see visually and conceptually understand what they're doing and why they're doing it.
I love that.
So that's the specialty. And then my team can do some of the execution, but I often get other partners to do the execution. I don't shoot video and that sort of thing, so I go get somebody.
Yeah, you have your tool belt of people that you know and refer and love that you recommend. Well, I love that. So what would you say is people's, you do some social media, right?
Yeah, my team handles social media for most of my clients, not all of them.
So what would you say is people's biggest mistake when it comes to social media?
It's a really easy one to make. If you think about social media, who sees your Facebook posts or LinkedIn posts?
I guess my followers.
Yeah, the people that already really know you and love you.
Yeah.
So I always joke, it's like you see them, and 2 of your employees, your mom, and then your best 2 customers.
Yeah, because there's less than 1% of people seeing your stuff, right?
Yeah. And okay, now think about that. Who's going to see my post? And then think about what you actually post. If your post is, hey, I have this awesome product or service you should buy today. Your mom's like, oh, I love it. And your favorite customer's like, absolutely. But they don't actually do anything because they already bought, right? So I think the number one issue with social media is we're pitching way too hard, thinking that this is going to go to people that don't already know who I am.
Yeah.
Instead, most of the time, with most of our clients, our social media posts that we create are designed for their best customers, their most loyal fans. And we're giving them content to enrich their lives or in their business or whatever, and maybe things that they would share with other people.
Yeah.
But we're not saying, hey, buy now, because they already bought. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I think so there's the conversion of people who are already following you, right?
Yeah.
And then there's getting new followers.
Yeah.
Which is a tricky one, because you might have something go viral, but then you gain no followers.
Yeah. And the platforms are changing what you can and can't do
constantly.
with those. You used to be able to go in and invite everyone that liked it to follow you, or there was kind of an unfollow, follow strategy, and that's becoming a little more challenging. But there is a specific strategy for increasing followership and increasing your reach that is different from a regular post that is really should be targeting your most loyal followers and friends and clients. So.
Yeah, it's a tricky world out there, right? Just knowing what channel to go.
Yeah.
And, just doing social media because you can.
Because you're supposed to. Because what else am I going to do? Yeah. And there's also a difference between like LinkedIn and Facebook are two very different platforms.
Yes.
And the content most of the time should be different on those platforms.
Yeah.
So.
I think LinkedIn is a struggle for me because I feel like I always feel hesitant. I don't know if you hear this a lot, but I feel like I post constantly on my Facebook and my Instagram about what I'm doing, both for my business and my personal, but on LinkedIn, I'm always so hesitant. Is it too much personal?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you ever hear that from people? Or
Yeah.
what is your advice for LinkedIn?
Yeah, that's a good question. I direct my team to make the LinkedIn posts relevant to business as much as possible.
Right.
So even something like I have a resort hotel up in Park City that we do work for. Our Instagram, Facebook, Google business profile, YouTube, all of that content is generally targeting people who are like regular consumers wanting a weekend getaway. When we go to post on LinkedIn, I instruct the team, make sure there's a little spin in there about group sales, about executive retreats. So why New Park is great for executive retreats if there's a bunch of mountain bikers or whatever. We make it connected to business because nobody wants to go on LinkedIn and see your favorite religious post or your political post or even family stuff. They find to see that sometimes, but if that's all you post, that's not really the purpose of LinkedIn.
Right.
So you do need to customize for each channel. What's good on LinkedIn is not necessarily good on Facebook.
And I think LinkedIn is definitely harder to get to be seen. I mean, most of the apps favor people who are on the app a lot, which is the name of the game. But I think LinkedIn is probably the hardest to because I notice if I don't post for a week, there's 0 views.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
I have to post every day for like a week.
And you have to engage with other people's.
Yes. Which I think is kind of the rule on all of them. Like, make sure you're commenting and liking things before and after you post.
Yeah.
But it just seems like LinkedIn is really difficult but for business owners, and that's why I think I want to do a workshop there at our upcoming retreat in the fall, is because I think that it's a platform for business owners that is not being utilized to its full potential.
Yeah.
I think there's so much opportunity there, and I don't think business owners are taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
Well, and the intent of every business person to be on it is to learn and connect.
Yeah.
So
it's a challenging platform for sure. Because what we talked about LinkedIn or Facebook and only your mom and a few employees see it and stuff. It's similar on LinkedIn. So again, if you're posting really promotional stuff, the people that already know and love you are like, okay, I know.
Yeah, I already know that.
And I saw it on Insta and on your Insta, on your Facebook.
Yeah.
This is the third time I'm seeing it.
So they're looking
Which is kind of good from a marketing perspective, but
unless they're your best friend and they're
like, I'm sick
of
of you already.
But look at this funny reel.
You were going to say if they're doom scrolling, then
if we're doom scrolling, we're trying to be entertained. We're trying to get dopamine hits.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's no dopamine hit to Travis offers fractional CMO services.
What? There's not?
There's no fun to that. No, what do people want to see? They want to see something they haven't seen before, they weren't expecting, funny or educational or whatever, right? So just static, I'm in business, you should buy from me posts don't work, as we know.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and I love the strategy behind this, the strategy behind the science, or the science behind the strategy of actually saying, here's where we want you to be. And here's your journey, and here's your timeline, and here's the why of that. It's a big open field of chaos, and so for then the benefit for the client is that you're going to now help them navigate that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we all want and need.
And I'm weird. I love it. It's so fun for me.
Yeah. It would be so fun to have it turned over to someone else.
He's like, give me,
That's
give
what
me,
all
give
my
me.
clients say. I had a client, a new client just recently signed on, and he reaches out to me. He heard about me from somebody, and he said, hey, so I don't know if you can help, but I just wasted $80,000 with this agency.
Yes.
And I don't even know what I'm doing. And he actually, to his credit, he uses Claude Cowork really well.
Yeah.
So he had to analyze all the stuff that the agency was doing, and then gave all sorts of feedback and advice on what it should do, what he should do.
Interesting.
But he came to me and he said,
Now I got to implement it.
I don't know which of this is actually good.
Yeah, there's
because we all know AI is 80% or 90% or maybe 70% sometimes good. And then I don't know how to implement it,
Yeah.
even if it is the right idea.
Now what?
Now what do I
Right.
do?
And the timing of it, that is, I mean, to hit that out, to make sure that you're just still being seen.
Well, and I think, as entrepreneurs, a lot of us are control freaks and perfectionists, right? And the idea of putting it out there without it being perfect, and your job is probably difficult in that, well, we just got to take imperfect action. We got to just take action, and then we come back and say, this one performed well, this one didn't, and being willing to
Yeah.
mess it up.
Yeah.
Be like, this one really sucked.
We really
It didn't do, and wow, this is the one I didn't think would, and who knew? And what
Yeah.
about that made it so great, right?
Yeah. The good news, if it sucked and it's a social media post, only 26 people saw it anyway.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
Who cares?
And it's your mom, cousin,
true.
neighbor.
Yeah, that's right.
It's so true.
Yeah.
So let's switch to entrepreneurship for a minute.
Yeah.
Going from, jumping in, how has it changed you as a person?
Boy, it's challenging, of course.
Yeah. If you
but
know,
it's
you
so
know.
much-
Not everyone knows,
Yeah.
but yeah.
If you know, you know. But it is so much fun. It is so refreshing to have the freedom and flexibility. And, the previous job, I had a lot of PTO. I negotiated, I think, 20 days a year or something PTO. So I could take time off.
Yeah.
But it's not the same when you own your own company. Now, if you don't work, you don't get paid. But I've had a lot of flexibility to do fun things, to be there for my kids, to be there for extended family when I need to, and to be able to chart my own course.
Yeah.
One of the things that really frustrated me about corporate America or whatever, having a regular job, was I discovered one day, gosh, a lot of my time is spent just being here.
Yeah.
It's like job overhead.
Yeah. Because
Coming
you're
into the
required to
off-
be there.
Yeah, you kind of need to be there, right?
Yeah.
And then there's company meetings and employees and people I manage and people that I work with and all of these other things that I do. I calculated once that 15% of my time at that time was spent doing highly leverageable, awesome, game-changing stuff. And that was disappointing to me because
Yeah.
the other 85% is what?
Correct.
Wow, what a sad waste. I need to take that 15% and make that like 100% of my time or 85% of my time.
Yeah.
And that's why doing what I do now is so rewarding, because I don't have to do the 85% that I used to do. I don't have to
Just
go to company
because-
meetings and
right.
parties
Yeah.
and not that those are bad, but there's just so much overhead. I'm just using
Yeah,
those
I
as
understand.
examples. When I work with a client, it's high impact work. And if I'm done with that, then I move on to the next client's project, and it's high impact work.
Yeah.
So it's fun to have
So much more rewarding.
a lot more impact.
Yeah. One thing that I was always taught, we all want to make an impact, right? We're all trying to make a difference. And they say, well, it's not about what you make. But at the end of the day, if we're not bringing in sales, we can love what we're doing. We
Yeah.
can want to make an impact. But if we're not
Right.
bringing in clients and making sales, right, then we don't have a business, right?
we
And so
don't.
there you are helping people with the right message and the right marketing. So knowing both those things and those dynamics, what do you think sets an entrepreneur or a business from making it from those that don't? Because you're seeing that you're going to crash and burn
Yeah.
because your message is not getting seen to the world. Therefore,
Yeah.
you're not bringing in business and clients.
Yeah, there are probably a lot of answers to that. One answer, I think, is one of the most common mistakes that an entrepreneur makes is they are pitching their solution, their product or service, not what the customer is trying to get done.
Yes.
The theory that I
Interesting.
use
So
is...
they're focusing on the benefits and the features, not the solution.
Right.
Okay.
So there's a concept that Clay Christensen either invented or made popular called job theory, or job to be done. And the simplest way to explain it is nobody goes into Home Depot to buy a 1/4-inch drill bit. You go into Home Depot because you need a 1/4-inch hole in some piece of wood somewhere.
Wow.
The 1/4-inch drill bit is just the way
The
to get
solution.
that hole done, right? But if there's another way, if you could get a laser and it was faster, cheaper, better, then you would do that, right? So Blockbuster and Blockbuster Video and Hollywood Video made this gross, enormous, awful mistake in thinking that their job was to rent DVDs. Nobody hired them to rent them DVDs. They hired them to entertain them for that evening, to give them access to movies. So their business was destroyed when someone else said, you know what if we could get movies directly into people's homes and they didn't have to leave their house? And what if it was cheaper? Blockbuster never saw that coming. They thought they were in the DVD rental business.
For life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they died. And who won? The people that understood the job that customers were hiring Blockbuster Video to do for them. So that's the big question that each of us should be asking. What job do my clients hire me to do for them? They don't hire me to do a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
They hire me to grow sales for their company
Right.
in a profitable way. And there are probably lots of different ways to say what people hire you for. But that's what I work on with every single client. What are your customers hiring you to do in their words? Not your words, in their words. Like I have a client that does family therapy. They're therapists, right? And one of the jobs that people hire them to do is to save their marriage. Couples counseling, right? Another job is a mom might express it. They would never actually say it this way, but this is, if you kind of push them along, they would say, I'm hiring you to save my son and my own sanity because he's driving me crazy and I don't know what to do, right? That's what they're hiring him to do, not to do counseling sessions.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I kind of beat that dead horse.
No, I get that though. So like, what do you hear the most of? What do people like want from you? What do they need from you? What do they need more of when they hire you? Like, what is the consistent thing that you're hearing?
Yeah, the most consistent things I hear are, I have no idea what I'm doing with my marketing, or I just need a strategy. I keep doing all this stuff and I'm not sure which of it works and a lot of it doesn't. I just need someone to figure that out and handle my marketing for them. So that's how I've been pitching it more is, do you have concerns, questions, or PTSD from your marketing experiences of the past?
Yeah.
That's what I'll solve for you. I'll take care of your marketing. I'll wear the marketing hat. We'll get profitable business in the door. I'll just take care of that for you.
Gotcha. Do most of your clients hire you for like a project and then you hand it over to their marketing manager, or do most of your clients they hire you to just take care of it? You strategize and then you implement and you take it. Do you have both?
Yeah, I do have both. Almost always, I won't just start an engagement without kind of the first body of work or a project to assess and create the game plan. So if somebody wants to work with me, I say, okay, for the first 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on the complexity of their business, we're going to do a full audit of all of your marketing, an assessment of what's going well and what's not.
Okay.
We'll develop a strategy written down. We'll develop a game plan with options for you based on your budget and what you like to do and don't like to do and so forth. We'll develop all of that. And in doing so, we're going to figure out if we're a good fit to keep working together. If we're not, or you have a team that can execute, then you can take that plan and run with it. And I have had folks that do that. Often, So there are kind of few stages. Some people will just take and run with it. Some will take that and they say, great, but we do need help getting it going and implementing and getting the right people on board. So I just had 2 clients graduate from my services because we got people in place to do all of the stuff that we created in the plan.
Oh, that's cool.
Others, they're just like, dude, I don't even care. Just handle it for me.
Just do it.
I don't want to know the details. Just if my business is growing and
I'm
you can
happy.
show me, I'm happy. So, like one guy, he doubled business last year. He's going to do it again this year.
Wow.
He doesn't want to know the details of what
No.
we did with SEO and Google Ads. And I run stuff by him, and I make sure we're in line. And he shares feedback on, okay, I want to do a little bit more of these types of jobs. So we interact, we engage, but he doesn't care about the details.
So what about a brand new business that doesn't have like all the data from past stuff? They're like brand new. They just, left their job like you did, and they're
Yeah.
like, okay, this is what I want to do.
The most I can do for them and feel good about is sit down for an hour or 2 and just kind of point them in the right direction.
And then when they're ready for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they know when they're ready.
Yeah,
Because
my
they now
sweet
have more
spot
info.
is for existing companies who've already solved the product market fit and they have some experience and probably some marketing PTSD from making
past
some bad choices and stuff, right?
Relationship.
Yeah. Everyone has an agency that they feel like totally screwed them over.
Yeah.
But now I will say this in defense of agencies.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I've gone in to diagnose after an agency contract is done, or maybe in the middle of a contract, the agency is doing their job and they are legitimately trying to do the right thing by the client.
Yeah.
There's a major disconnect that agencies are simply, most of the time, not equipped to solve, and that is the strategy. An agency is good if the company has a CMO or an owner who has a pretty solid marketing foundation, they can direct the agency to do the right stuff, and it can be really good.
Yeah.
But if the owner is like, hey, I just make pizza really, really well, and agency, do my marketing for me, the agency actually isn't set up to be strategic
Yeah.
at that higher level.
Because the expectation wasn't
Yeah.
clear, right?
So they try,
Yeah.
and they do a good job for their channels, and they have strategy within their channels, but very few actually take a broader approach and say, okay, of all of the things we could do, what should we do? And very few are willing to say, you know what, we tried Google Ads, we don't think you should do Google Ads anymore. Nobody's going to do that, because they have a whole team that does Google Ads, and you're paying them $1,000 a month or $4,000 a month to do Google Ads, so they're not going to say no.
Yeah.
They're just not wired to do that strategic level of thinking. So I forgot where we were going.
we just go all over the place. Were you
Okay.
going to say something?
No.
So let's talk about strategy versus like building relationships and networking, right? I mean, obviously, that's why you're a member of
Yeah.
Reunion, is like meeting people.
Yeah.
Right? And I think a lot of times businesses, it's one of your channels. You had 150, right?
is.
I don't think people realize how important, and some people, they just don't network. They don't think it's even like
Yeah.
important to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's your position on that? Strategy versus relationships, right? I mean, you have to have both.
Yeah.
But networking really is such an important part of business growth.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. For most businesses.
Yeah.
You know, if you sell widgets on Amazon,
Yeah. Might not be
you
at all.
probably don't need to come to Reunion, because most people are not going to buy your widget.
Unless you need a new widget maker.
Yes.
Maybe, yes, correct.
Yeah, if you need other vendors, or
Right.
or you come to Reunion because you're going to talk to other business owners.
Right.
And maybe they're not good clients for you, because
Yeah.
you sell $4 widgets on Amazon, so it's not worth having a 1-hour conversation to sell a $4 widget on Amazon. But to have the network and to be able to talk with people about what they're dealing with in their business and ask questions of them and share war stories, all of that's
So
really
true.
valuable.
Yeah.
So valuable.
So networking, business development, those are kind of two separate things that they cross a lot. It can be valuable for pretty much everyone,
Yeah.
but you need to understand why you're doing it.
Yeah.
If you're selling widgets on Amazon, you don't go to Reunion
For an ROI.
to make more money on
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
You do it for the other reasons that are important and valuable. If you sell a service like mine, that nobody's Googling fractional CMO near me, well, then you have to be in conversations and having conversations with people and building relationships. That's how you get
More business.
more business. I mean, that one client I just mentioned, it was somebody from the chamber met me.
Yeah.
And he reached out to the chamber and said, I don't know what I'm doing. Who you got in marketing?
Yeah.
And that's the only way I got that deal, right? So
That's my favorite sentence. Oh, I got a guy.
I got a guy.
Yeah.
It is so real.
Yeah.
And I love it when, you're in that conversation, you're like, oh my gosh, these two people should meet. And
Yeah.
that only happens because you've been in a space, now both people.
Yeah. I will add that another benefit of a group like Reunion is you get a chance to test pitches and ideas with other people, because you're always introducing yourself,
True.
and people always ask, what do you do? And
They
if you-
roll their eyes when you say a fractional.
Yeah, I'm a fractional CMO who specializes in multi-channel marketing.
Wow.
They're gone, right?
Yeah.
So, but I get to test that.
Yeah.
I get to try different things.
Well, and you
see
see a
what's
reaction
landing.
with a word.
Right.
So you say a word.
I handle
and-
people's marketing for them, or
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
help business owners who have marketing PTSD or whatever. I've tried different things, and in watching their facial expressions and then just having a subsequent conversation, I'm learning, okay, nobody actually wants to hire a fractional CMO with multi-channel marketing experience. What they want is someone to take care of their freaking marketing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how they say it,
Yeah.
so that's how I need to start saying it.
We,
Yeah.
we take care of your marketing so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Right.
But I do love the idea of that roadmap because it has become a science. And most of us, just those silos of science that we have now. Just so nice. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I got the science of marketing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll add something on this. So the name of the company, Powder Days Marketing.
Yes,
It
so
wasn't
cool.
always that. And it was a bit of a risk to make that jump, but it was actually in these types of conversations, networking and business development, where I tested that. I'm like, all right, here's what I'm thinking I need to rename my company because the previous name was dumb. As a marketing guy, I came up with a really dumb name. So I was thinking about different names, and I landed on Powder Days Marketing because I enjoy a good powder day. I love to ski.
Yes. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
There is
To others
the-
out there, like powder,
I've only ever heard one person say that to you. They're like, what do you mean powder?
Yeah.
And you're like, you must not
No,
be
but
a
it
I'm
is.
in Utah, so I
But-
get that.
Yeah.
But it is that the still, the quiet, the perfect conditions.
Yes.
Oh,
If you know what a powder day is, you know how rare, how wonderful, how
Yeah.
much it should be worked for.
and
and
we didn't
sought
have
after.
any
That's what
of
we're
those
working for.
this
I know, this year was the worst.
We're in a drought.
So the reason I named it this is I like a good powder day, but I was also, like I mentioned earlier, in my career, I was frustrated that business owners couldn't get more of whatever their version of a powder day was.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were just grinding in their business and wasting money and time and effort. So I decided I'm going to create a company that helps business owners get more of their version of a powder day.
I love that.
It might be fishing, it might be on the beach, whatever it is. That's what I'm going to help them do. So, but in trying to decide, should I actually name it that? I had to talk to a lot of people and see if it
Yeah.
landed, and I had to tell the story. And
Oh, the first time I heard it, I just had the
Exactly.
biggest
Yeah.
grin. I was like,
it
oh,
worked.
Yeah.
love that.
And that's the reaction that I've seen when you say that. Like I said, there's only been one person.
It's almost
He
an
was like,
exhale.
What is that? You must not be a skier. Everyone else is like, what?
Yeah.
So I talked
Yeah,
to
we're
her
going to
about-
eliminate all of them.
I'll have to educate them.
Yeah.
I reached out to a friend of mine, kind of a branding expert, when I was considering the name, and I said, what do you think? And he said, absolutely not. You cannot do that.
Interesting.
You don't sell to the ski industry. I'm like, well, I know, but I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I love that. Has there been, talking about relationships and connections, like has there been one person that has really kind of mentored or coached you or like been made such an impact in your career
Besides my wife?
besides your wife?
Okay.
Well, it could be your wife. Maybe she's the one.
Well,
like,
she
she's-
has been so supportive for all of these years. And nudging me, pushing me, kicking me out the door to go, live the dream and so forth. She has always been supportive. as challenging as it is to build a business.
Did she come from an entrepreneur family? Like, did she?
No,
She just could tell that you were feeling the passion and the desire.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why she is the way she is in terms of being supportive and so forth. Some of it is spiritual in nature. Some of it is life experience, watching her dad and such. But she's always been certainly the cheerleader, and the cheerleader that's willing to call your crap when you're not doing
we love those.
Another mentor of mine was, his name's Larry Maxfield. He's at Access Development, and I spent 14 years of my career there. And he saw me through all of it, from being a 20-something through becoming an executive and so forth. And he was always so encouraging and really good at course correction, at helping me see things that I hadn't seen before, consider things I hadn't considered before, challenging my assumptions, and encouraging me, and not BSing me. He wasn't like, "Oh, you're great, just keep doing what you're doing." It was always real. It was always really impactful.
Yeah.
So he's certainly a mentor.
I love that. Well, I think that's one of your things I love about you is you're a no BS kind of guy. Like, I love to ask you, like, when I do surveys after our events, I'm like, "How was your experience?"
Yeah, sorry.
He always, no, I love it.
No.
I absolutely appreciate
honest.
it and love it, because that's what we need, right? That's what we
Yeah.
want. Because I want to know what your experience is. So yeah, you're always on my list when you're at an event. I don't always do surveys, but when I do, Travis is
I don't
always
always
on.
do surveys, but when I do.
don't, because when we were doing them every time, we weren't getting any responses. And I was like, okay, but when I do them, I'm like, hey, Trap,
Life's too short
tell
to...
me what but we want to know, right? It's
Yes,
important to us.
yeah.
Well,
and
it
you
is a
also
science.
know, it
It's
is
a
a science. And you also know that if I have 10 people in a room and I ask 10 people, he's going to be like, hey, here's my suggestions. And you're like, I loved everything about it. There's nothing to improve. So there is that.
Yeah.
There's the gamut. But I want to know, like, areas of improvement. Of course, we want to know what we're doing right. We want to do more of
Sure.
that. But what was missing?
Yeah.
And I do love that about you.
Well, just so that you know, I am wired from the dawn of time. I'm wired to see the world in terms of what's broken.
Sweet.
So I actually really kind of stink at telling you what worked. My brain just doesn't go there.
Yeah.
It just sees, of all of this stuff that just happened for the last hour, that was broken, that was broken, that was broken. That's just how I see it.
Okay.
I'm not actually a
That is
negative
so interesting.
person in that I hate.
Yeah, I don't think that's a negative. I think that's a
I
good
don't
skill
either.
set,
I
right?
just
And I
see-
think it's rare.
Yeah.
I'm glad it is, because it's annoying to people. It's really annoying to be the negative guy.
Okay, but those are people that don't want to improve.
Yeah, I think that you're not a negative guy, especially if someone's asking for feedback.
And you
Right?
don't deliver it negatively.
No.
Well, good. Then I've worked on it and I've improved.
Yeah.
Because back in the days with Larry Maxfield, when he was my mentor, I was a bull in a china shop.
Okay.
Okay.
So I had
So the skill is in the delivery. Then,
Yeah,
so
and-
you've developed that over the years.
I hope so.
Yeah. No, you
I hope
have.
so.
Well, you have said on occasion, that this is just one perspective,
Yeah.
take it or leave it. So
Yeah.
obviously,
I got that much out of all of the.
all the
mean,
feedback you've gotten. Travis, that's so rude.
Here's
got
how to
enough-
start that sentence.
I got enough
Try again.
feedback on that I overcorrected for a little while, and this is again back at Access Development, and I had a team, and one day my right hand man on the team, he goes, "What are you doing? What do you mean? What are you doing right now? Why are you being all nice and just not saying anything? This is not you. You need to tell us how it is."
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to, not be a bull in a china shop, and like, dude,
Can
stop
you-
it.
Yeah. Can you imagine how miserable you would be?
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's an ongoing process to figure out how to provide feedback, honest critique, without offending.
well, and I do love that in a room of 40 people, there are all those types of brains. And at a table, so you have a presentation, delivered by somebody, a member, and you have a presentation, and then there's a question, and you throw that question at the table, and that's like, okay, how would I implement that in my business? But to have a table full of different brains
Oh.
Yeah.
It's literally priceless.
It is.
Because you sit in your echo chamber of perfection.
Oh,
all the
being an
time.
entrepreneur is so lonely.
It is.
And not just like emotionally, like I'm alone, but
No.
you just don't have people to talk with, share war stories with, who get you. I mean, my wife, as supportive as she is, so much of what happens in the business, it just doesn't land on her because she's not doing that herself.
She hasn't experienced
She's
it.
trying, she's listening, she's the best listener in the world. So she'll sit there and look at me and like nod and
But
that must be
some of
hard.
it's not landing.
And I'm like,
'cause-
you have no idea what I'm talking about. Thank you for being so kind and trying to be there. But yeah, so Reunion is so good for that.
Yeah.
You've actually done a really good job, I will say, in curating the group. Yeah, I won't.
Do it.
It's
finish.
good. Well,
No, keep going.
I've been to plenty of networking groups, and it's like, okay, and there's the token insurance guy, and there's the token realtor, and there's the token, there's like one of everybody, and they're mostly salespeople.
Yep.
At Reunion, you actually do get business owners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost everyone is a business owner who is in a completely different industry, but there's a certain amount of get it
Yes.
that they have.
Well, and I
That's
and I
awesome.
believe right now in this moment in time, everybody's pivoting. And so to have a great question at the table and you're saying, what if I did
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Because we're all pivoting. If
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
not pivoting right now,
Yeah. You're probably in trouble.
you're
Yeah.
in trouble.
And you're right. I mean, because we're all entrepreneurs, we're all business owners, we also have thicker skin.
Yeah.
And we're willing to talk with each other and to say it how it really is
Yeah.
and challenge someone on whether they need to pivot.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we try really hard. That is our goal, to
Yeah.
protect the integrity of the room, right? Because we need decision makers, we need the builders, we need the
Yeah.
owners, we need to make sure that the people are in the arena and they're not just there to like, hey,
To sell you.
to sell you.
Yeah.
I mean, those should happen naturally anyway,
Yeah, it
right?
does.
We want you to do business together,
Yeah.
but you also don't want to leave there feeling like, gosh, I just felt so pressured, because that's not what we want.
Yuck.
And some people, the ROI, I mean, getting a new client might just be like, yay. That's not even why they join Reunion.
Yeah.
They're like, I just need to know I'm not alone. I'm coming because I want to hear what's going on and what I can be doing better
Yeah.
with my employees or my team or my leadership skills.
Yeah.
Right? And so I think that we
What
want
I
you to
don't
do
know that I
business.
don't know.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this circles back to, it's a marketing channel, a sales and marketing channel. We have to understand and decide, why are we there?
Yeah.
Because if we're just there to sell, we probably actually shouldn't be there.
I agree.
We need to understand what this channel does for us.
Yeah.
And if we find peace with that, then it can be really, really effective.
Because we can't guarantee an ROI.
Right.
We
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. Well, and everyone handles that differently, right? I could hand a person to you, and if you don't know how to offer value or close the deal, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I can't guarantee
No.
anything.
Yeah.
You just have to. So we look for listeners, givers, and builders, which is why you're such a great fit, right? But we don't want you to. We want you to give. We want you to
Yeah.
be a good listener. We want you to be a good builder. We want you to share. The other thing I love about our membership is I want you to share your keys to success.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times outside of our world, people don't want to see other people succeed. I mean, I know a
It's
lot
weird.
of entrepreneurs
It
who
is.
their friendship base, as their success grows, their friendship base they don't know what to do with that person. And so some entrepreneurs that are really succeeding and doing well, they need to be in a room with other people that are doing well. Not just those that are struggling, but those that are really succeeding, because they're going to be championed in the room. And
Yeah.
maybe their friends and neighbors and family members, they don't know how.
Yeah.
I mean, I witness that a lot, don't you?
Yes, and in fact, I had somebody say they had hit the #1 in the state at a certain level, and he said, "Oh crap, we gotta stop that because it will ruin us."
All
So
my friends are going to leave me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you need a new friend group.
You've created a great culture, and it's the kind of thing that the words on the screen are fine, but when it's actually lived
yeah,
by the founders,
yeah.
then it creates the culture that actually works. Words on the screen is great,
Yeah.
but what you actually do is where the magic is.
Well, thank you. That
Thank
means
you.
a lot. So, and that's
Gosh,
why I
from
need
somebody that just
I
is
know,
looking for
see?
broken.
No.
Well, did you notice? I did actually say what was broken.
Oh, the words are
Just
there.
putting words on the screen. How many companies put words on the screen or on the wall, and they say, these are our values, and then they don't actually live
Yeah.
I know.
by it, right? So,
My favorite is when their mission statement is like an 8 by 10.
yeah.
I mean, like 8 feet by
Yeah.
10 feet.
Yeah. And it's even better when you look at that and you can insert a competitor's name and it just still works.
Yeah.
So generic. It sucks.
Did AI do that for you?
So
Anyway.
true. Well, I love your feedback, and I think
Yes.
that what our genius is, right, is often a strength and a weakness. So I think that some people might see it as a weakness, but it is. I mean, for your clients, what a great strength that you can go in. That's what they're hiring you for.
Yeah.
Tell me what's not working and help me
Yeah.
find a path forward, right? So I think you're naturally probably so good at marketing because you are able to see what's broken.
Yeah.
But
And
you
can
can't
you
even,
imagine-
You can't even help it.
Yeah.
And can you
Oh, I know.
imagine having him at a table?
Yes, for
So,
sure.
like when the ROI that we can
Yes.
guarantee is Travis is going to be at your table.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
There you
quite a
go.
guarantee. That's.
No, he's going to look for everywhere where you're broken.
I will find all of the broken in your marketing. It is so weird that
We
I
are
love it.
strategically placing Travis.
So you're going to be sharing your expertise with us in July,
Yes.
right? And I'm so excited
A little
about
bit,
that.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Actually, we're going to talk about job theory, like we talked about earlier.
Oh,
What's the job to be done that your customers are hiring you to do, in their words? We're going to make some
I
progress
love
on
this.
Yeah, him and Amy Kendall.
Yeah.
Her company is
Hello
Hello Story.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. She's fantastic. by
She
the
is
way.
great.
I've actually
If you
been
need
to
a good copywriter
Yeah.
and messaging strategist, I don't know anybody better.
I actually went to a presentation that she did just about what website and the words on it, and it was so good.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, we're excited. And that's one of the things I love about what we do at Reunion is we can bring in other speakers, and we've done that. And that's great. There's a time and a place for that. But we, the people in the arena, the people that are pivoting, like you said, like we love the member-led discussions. And we do really,
I do love it.
we work hard to be like, okay, you teach us what you need, but try to stay in our like traction, nourish, and thrive. Because when we sat down as partners and we're like, what do we want to deliver? You know, what matters?
Yeah.
Because we don't just own a networking company. We are
Yeah.
also all business owners in the trenches, in the arena,
Yeah.
living right alongside you.
Yeah.
So
Searching for what's broken.
yeah. So I'm excited to learn from you. I think that is one of
Oh,
our
I am
key
so
components
excited.
is the member-led discussions.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
So I'm excited. And marketing, everyone needs help with marketing.
Yeah.
Even if they don't want to admit it or think they do.
No, 100%.
Everyone
If
needs
you
it.
ask everybody what they need the most, and it is marketing. Seriously,
It
if you
is-
can have the best product on the planet,
Yeah.
but if nobody knows about it,
It is so challenging because it's so broad.
it is.
You know, think about, I know we need to wrap up, but think about somebody saying, I'm a marketer. That's kind of like saying, I'm a computer guy. Well, what do you mean you're a computer guy? Like you
Yeah.
build
Yeah.
computers?
Yeah.
Or you write code? Or you, like, there's so many different things of I'm a computer guy.
Yeah.
So it is with marketing. I'm a marketer. What aspect of marketing?
Yeah.
And you know, how do you actually deliver value and how's it different from everybody else anyway? Marketing is so broad.
It is.
And we all think we are good marketers because we consume marketing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we all think we can open a restaurant because we know what good
We've
food
eaten
tastes
Yeah.
like.
everywhere.
So we can open a restaurant.
Well, I think that was going to be my
It's
last
true.
question to you was like, what would be your number one marketing tip for someone? But it is such a broad, like, can you even answer that question for our listeners to be like, what
Yeah,
would be?
I will.
Okay.
There is an answer.
Okay. I love it.
It's part of what we already talked about.
Okay.
Understand what your customers are hiring you to do and align all of your marketing, channels, messaging, all of
That
that
one
with
thing.
that one thing.
Stay true to that one thing.
Align yourself with what your customers need in every step of the way, and you will succeed. It's in misalignment.
Yes.
And I can tell you story after story with my clients of where their marketing went off, including this one agency that I was talking about earlier. I can tell you where it went off or in terms of it went out of alignment with what the customer needed.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, I bet that happens more often than we
Yes.
kind of get on a tangent. Squirrel.
yeah.
Well,
Squirrel over here.
but then
or
as-
you see something you like you said, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to do that.
yeah.
Shiny.
Well, that doesn't even fit our message.
Well, and as everybody's pivoting, to, you know,
Over-pivot.
to align the new pivoted.
You're right. Yeah, because if you're really dialed into your customer, the people that you really are passionate about serving, and what problem you want to solve for them, and it's a real problem that they want solved, then pivoting is actually easier, quite a bit easier. Because you just look at it and say, oh, I've been solving it this way, but that doesn't really work anymore because of AI or whatever. I'm going to solve the same problem, but I'm going to take a different approach to it, like Blockbuster, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what happened was Redbox initially, and then Netflix just came at it from a different angle. They pivoted the industry, but the job that people were hiring companies to do did not change at all.
Right.
People still just wanted a movie to watch at home.
Yep. You're
They
so
were
right.
in their pajamas and they didn't want to get in the car and go out somewhere.
Yeah. The need stayed the same, but the delivery changed.
I want to
Yeah.
be entertained for 2 hours.
You're so
So-
right. Well, tell, how do people get in touch with you? How do they find you?
Find me on the ski resort. On the, ski
On the
lift.
powder day?
Yeah, on the powder
Don't
days.
be looking for me on the powder day.
That's right, no friends on powder days.
Unless they want to go with you, right? Like, come one,
No,
come
that's the
all, or
thing.
you like, hell no.
That's the rule. There's no friends on powder days.
Okay.
No, there is no friends on
Okay.
powder
If-
days.
If it's a powder day,
You're on
I mean,
your
you
own.
might be there with friends, but you're not waiting for them.
No.
Well, that's
You're
true.
just going down.
There
That
is
is true.
something more so peaceful, so calm.
That's right.
I know. I
And-
started, side note, I started skiing when I was 3 years old. My dad
Okay.
was on the ski patrol. And so, you know, when my friends started skiing, like in junior high and high school, they were all doing ski school. I just did ski school because I wanted to be with my friends, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you just pretended like you didn't really know how to ski. But on the days, like on Sunday when my friends weren't there,
That's
you could
heaven.
just go do what you wanted
Yeah.
to do, and
It's so
you didn't
fun.
care.
You got
So
a
I
great
can
tune
relate
in
to
your
that.
ear.
Yeah. So okay. So if you can't
Oh,
find
wait,
me on
what?
at the ski resort, if you can't find me mountain biking in the summer, no, I'm on LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and everything else.
And reunion.
And Reunion. The website is morepowderdays.com. You can email at get@morepowderdays.com. You can find me on the socials.
Okay.
Put up a flare. I'll find it.
We'll
And
make sure-
contact us. We know we have a guy.
Yes, we have a guy.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much for taking
Yeah.
the time.
Wonderful to be here, and you guys have built a really amazing solution.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Reunion Podcast. We hope you're walking away with fresh insights, real stories, and that extra spark to keep building traction, nourishing your growth, and thriving big. If you've loved this conversation, hit that follow button so you never miss an episode. And if you'd like to join the movement, come sit at our table and be featured as a guest and share your story. Visit thrivewithreunion.com and stay connected with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. You'll find all the details in the show notes. Until next time, keep showing up, stay connected, and let's thrive together.